Hey guys, I am so excited y'all are all here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. I just want to thank you for being here. I put this out here because I wanted to reach out to those of you that love to travel, that love to go places, and I realize that right now you're probably going, really? But yes, really, really. This is all going to pass, and we're going to get to travel. And when this all passes, we're going to want to all go somewhere. And so we're going to do this tonight, and it's going to be brief. It's going to be very thorough, and we're just going to explore travel and what it can do for you and how it the benefits are. My name is Davina Douglas, and I have been in this business for a few months. But what brought me to this business was the fact that I love to travel. And I've been an entrepreneur on my own business for a while now, and I have several streams of income. But when I was looking for something that was going to be stable and would be, I don't know, to me, would be beneficial to me. When I ran across this and realized about travel, I was like, okay, let me check this out. So I jumped into it, I checked it out, and I'm really impressed with the things that I've been learning and the opportunities that are available for us. Okay, and so I just wanted to share that with y'all and see, what we could get together and what we could talk about. And if y'all have any questions, we'll open it up for questions and answers, or you can always text me, message me, whatever. I'd be glad to help you with that. But I'm in love with this, and I just want y'all to be in love with it too. I just want you to be opportunities, and you'll see that as we go along through this presentation. Now I want to turn it over to Kat Simpson, who is in the business with me, and she's been a wonderful mentor, wonderful leader, and she has been in the business a little bit over 2 years to travel too. And she just recently made one-star director in the company, and she'll talk about that. And so we're just excited for that. And so, Kat, take it away.
I would love to, Davina. I am so excited and so grateful that you chose me to join in this business. And one of these days, we're actually going to travel together. I mean,
Yes.
it's funny. I travel usually at least once a month, sometimes twice a month, usually internationally, sometimes around the States. And I miss the Caribbean desperately. So I know all of you on Facebook are going, okay, when can we get out of here? When can we get out of here? Right. So we're going to take you on a little journey today and give you a little taste and start planning some things. And believe me, nobody's traveling now, but it's coming back. We talked to a lot of people who've been in this business for decades, 20 years, 30 years and more. And they're all saying, look, we've never seen anything like this exactly, but we've been through SARS, we've been through the Ebola-ish situation, we've been through 9/11, and people don't stop traveling. They do for a while the situation is crisis. And then he said, as soon as the crisis passed, people can't wait. So what we're looking at, travel agents consider it wave season from January through March, because that's when the most persons book their cruises and they book their vacations. January through March is our hot season for booking travel. So that's called wave season. So I am predicting tsunami season for the 3 months after this break. You think so too? Yeah, because we've got all those people that had to reschedule their trips that weren't able to go. And then we've got the other people that are stir crazy at home. And what's keeping them sane is planning their next vacation, right? So right. I've got a presentation to show you because there are some benefits in travel I don't think you know about. 85% of Americans book their own travel, but I don't think you know all the insider secrets. So if you'll bear with me for just a second, let me push a couple of buttons here. I'm going to bring up my PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to share with you all of the cool things that you can see about travel. So tonight we're going to be talking about two different companies. We're going to be talking about Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel. Planet Marketing is the marketing company. IntelliTravel is the travel company. When we're talking about travel, look at this beautiful location. Doesn't that make you think, oh, could I please be there instead of inside this house where I can't get outside? But while you're looking at this beautiful picture, I want you to imagine, I want you to think about financial freedom. Financial freedom means something different to everybody. For some people, it means being able to pay their children's college tuition without taking out a home loan against their house. For some people, financial freedom is just another $500 a month to make a difference. What does financial freedom look like for you? Okay, there's another type of freedom. What does personal freedom look like? We're all stuck inside the house right now. So we don't have a lot of personal freedom. But if you were outside the house in your normal life, sometimes we don't have a lot of personal freedom anyway. We don't get to choose when we have our vacation. We have to get it approved from the boss. Sometimes we even have trouble getting off work to take our child to the doctor. So imagine if you had personal freedom, what would that look like to you? Being able to set your own hours? Maybe you would stay home and work from home from now on. Or maybe it would look different to you. But personal freedom is just that, personal. I want you to think about that. What does that look like to you? Here is the freedom that I think is the most important. This is time freedom. And this honestly is a gift we've been given now. What a lot of us busy Americans always say, I wish I had more time with my family, right? Well, guess what? You've been given a gift. You've been given time with your family. But generally speaking, when you are at work 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours a week, you don't have a lot of time with your family. Time freedom, I think, is most important because there are two things that keep us from doing the things we want to do. One is time and one is money. Now, you may argue with me on this, but there's always ways to make more money. You can always find a way to bring some money into the house. You cannot, no matter how wealthy you are, buy some time to add to your 24 hours. When I sold on eBay, one of my mentors used to joke about finding a day stretcher and selling that on eBay. But there are no day stretchers. Time is what it is. But imagine what it would look like if you were in charge of your time. We're in a very unique time right now, not just with the COVID-19 pandemic, but also the age of e-commerce. It is able now for many of us to be able to design our own life, to choose what we want. I've been a big proponent of this ever since I became an entrepreneur about 20 years ago, telling people that they needed to take control and be in charge of designing what their life looks like. This business opportunity is not only going to help you save on travel, but if you choose, it can help you design your entire life the way you want to. And one of the things it relies on is e-commerce. Now, e-commerce is becoming huge. And guess what? After this, I think our US world and our world is going to look a lot different, with more and more people working from home, more and more reliance on e-commerce, more and more people realizing what they can do from home and the things they can order. So if you think that might be something you'd like to do, stick with us. We're going to talk about a lot of different things tonight. The man that you're seeing on the screen right now is Donald Bradley. He is the chairman and CEO of the PlanNet marketing company I told you about. A little over 4 years old, Mr. Bradley decided to strike out from the companies he had been working in with network marketing. He was a 20-year veteran and a proven 7-figure income earner in 2 different network marketing companies. But Mr. Bradley was missing something. He said he wanted to start his own company and he wanted to focus on people, not products and money. And his company, he said, was going to be the kind of company where the average person could earn extraordinary income. Mr. Bradley started this company with amazing corporate leadership with him. As wonderful as Mr. Bradley was, he realized that he had to have a team to build a strong company. So he went out and recruited Andy Kaufman, who is a proven business leader, has worked with billion-dollar Inc. 500 companies, and Leanne Trockler, who is our COO, who's in charge of the money, and she's been in charge of billion-dollar companies before Mr. Bradley took her for our company. So we have a great leadership team. This man on the screen right now is James Ferrara. James is one of the original founders of the travel agency IntelliTravel. IntelliTravel is a brick and mortar travel agency. It was started by 3 people, almost a little over actually 27 years ago. So it's been around for a long time. It's in Delray Beach, Florida. Mr. Ferrara is one of the original 3 co-founders. As I told you, the other 2 have retired, but Mr. Ferrara has been there from the beginning. IntelliTravel is the kind of company you want to partner with. IntelliTravel has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and over a period of 27 years to maintain that rating, that's pretty exclusively unusual, right? Now, I could tell you all day what a wonderful company is, but I would say that I can show you this a little better with some pictures. Maybe you're familiar with some of the travel vendors you see online, a little company called Disney or a small company called Carnival Cruise Line. These are some of the partners that we have with IntelliTravel. IntelliTravel's been booking travel with them, as I said, for 27 years. So we have fantastic relationships with them. We've won awards and all kinds of benefits from the industry because of our history with them and the fact that we've booked millions of dollars of travel. In fact, over the last 3 years, we booked $525 million in travel. Pretty good, huh? Now, here's where it gets a little bit interesting, because if you're like me, until about 3 years ago, I had no idea that we still had travel agents because I was booking all my own travel online. Are you doing that? Well, guess what? I didn't know, and maybe you don't know, that all that work I was doing, somebody else was getting paid for it. That's true. Almost every single piece of travel you book, no matter where you book it, there's a commission built in. See, I thought that if I went to carnival.com and booked my own cruise and I did all the work and picked out the cruise and picked out the room and entered the payment information, that I was saving myself money, right? Yeah, wrong. It's not true. I thought if I went to holidayinn.com and booked my own hotel room that I was saving that commission. Not true. I thought if I went to one of the big online giants like bookit.com that just recently went out of business, that I was buying myself freedom from paying commission, but it's not true. Travel agents are alive and well because there's a commission built into every piece of travel. Even when I went to bookit.com and I did all the research and I read all the reviews and I picked out the hotel and I paid the money, there's still a commission, and Bookit was taking the commission. Or Carnival was keeping the commission to use for their marketing budget, or Holiday Inn. So whether you think you're paying commission or not, trust me, unless you're a travel agent professional, you're paying a commission. So since you're doing all the work, shouldn't you be getting that commission in your pocket? I think so. Now, if you become a travel business owner, not just a travel agent or a travel advisor, but actually a travel business owner, where you will own your own travel agency, what kind of things can you do? Well, you actually can sell the world, as we say, because there are no limits. IntelliTravel, you see, is not a travel club or a timeshare opportunity or a travel club where they tell you a list of places you can go and they let you pick from this list and they tell you what dates. That's nothing like what we do. We are a true travel agency, and you will be a fully fledged travel agency. You can book cruises with any cruise line you choose. You can book destination weddings. You can book honeymoons. If you have a child who travels for sports, you can be the one booking the hotel rooms for that team and getting that commission. So is there anything you don't have access to? No. You have access to everything. Again, this is not a timeshare. This is not a travel club. You are a travel agency. So why would you invest in travel, and why now? Well, as of 2018, the figures actually went to $8 trillion annually. Now, as you know, right now it's zero, right? So they're going to go down, but it is still estimated before COVID to hit 15 trillion by 2027. So maybe we'll only hit 12 trillion, maybe, or 10, even as low. Let's go really low and say 10 trillion. How would you like to have 1/2 of 1% of 12 trillion or $10 trillion? Yeah, that's enough for me, right? Now, how is travel growing? Well, number one, travel used to be the number one research category online. Now, during this unique time in history, the number one category now is work at home. So we're going to talk about that tonight too. But travel is a close second. Usually when people are at work, the travel word in the travel category is searched most often on Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 when everybody's supposed to be working and they're in their cubicles and at their desk looking for their next vacation. So travel is the number one research category in the world. Who's driving this amazing growth? Well, first of all, the baby boomers, folks like me. Finish this phrase for me, if you will. I can't wait till I can retire and blank. Travel, right? That's what people always say. I can't wait till I can retire and travel. So the baby boomers are retiring. There's a baby boomer retiring every 20 seconds for the next 20 years. That's a lot of travel. If we were the only generation fueling this boom, there might be a little concern because, we are going to go away at some point. But guess what? Not to worry, because right behind the baby boomers is another demographic, and you're going to be so surprised at this. Because this demographic, if I can get it to show for you, is actually the millennials. That's right, the millennials. The millennials are booking travel almost as much as the baby boomers. Why? Because we raised some smart kids, ladies and gentlemen. These kids care more about experiences and fun and things that they can do. They don't care so much about things, which I think is a very good thing. So there's our millennials booking lots and lots of travel. They're fast approaching the same spend that the baby boomers do. But guess what? There's somebody else coming along. Generation Z, those born after 1997, are known as the digital generation. They were born, I think, with a phone in their hand, okay? They know what they're doing. And guess what? This generation are jet setters. In fact, this generation is what's come up with one of the biggest trending ideas in travel today, which is bleisure. Okay, bleisure. What does that mean? That means Generation Z has figured out that if they're going to go on a business trip anyway, why not add a couple days on the end or a couple days early, get there and enjoy some leisure travel with it. So this is a new trend that is taking over travel with Generation Z. So thank you. This wave is not going to stop. If anybody is concerned about what's going to happen with travel, please don't be. Think about what you're feeling right now, what your friends are feeling. Stuck at home, can't wait to get out, can't wait to go somewhere, right? It's going to be absolutely fine. And we're going to be getting on our planes and our trains and our buses and our ships very soon. So basically everybody out there is kind of already in the travel business, because there's not just vacation travel. People tend to think of vacations when I talk about travel, but there's a lot of other kinds of travel too. People travel for business. People travel for family weddings. People travel for sad occasions like family funerals. Everybody travels at least for some things. So why not get paid on what people are doing anyway, or get paid at least on what you're doing, right? So what do I get with IntelliTravel? Let's talk nuts and bolts. Well, you get 70 to 80% of the commission you earn on your travel. A lot of companies, especially brick and mortar companies, will start out their junior agents with a very low percentage, even as low as 10%, maybe an hourly rate plus about 10% or 20%. After the agent has been there for several years and is bringing in a lot of bookings, they may earn 20, 30, 40%. Because IntelliTravel.com has grown online instead of only in brick and mortar, they are able to flip those numbers, and you start off making 70% and soon work your way up to 80%. IntelliTravel, as I showed you before, we are partnered with so many different vendors. And actually, if you find a new vendor, you can partner with them yourself. You can book the world. We have everything you're going to need when you sign up as an IntelliTravel agent. You're going to have your own website. You're going to have everything you need, training, support. When you sign up as an IntelliTravel independent agent, you are in business for yourself. This is your business. You can sell $1 million in travel, or you can choose to only sell travel to yourself, your family, and your friends. That's okay. No quotas, no minimums, and no maximums. We have multiple agents selling over 6 figures, and 2, I think, that reached the $1 million range this year. So you can sell as much travel or as little travel. It's up to you. It's your business. But with IntelliTravel, you're not by yourself. For yourself, not by yourself. Big difference. Okay, let's talk money, because that's what everybody really wants to know, right? How much money can I make? I've got 3 examples here I want to show you that are pretty basic examples. Now, nobody's traveling now, right? Even the business travel is pretty much shut down. But when things get back to normal, I'll bet every one of you knows at least one person in your circle of friends that is a road warrior. That's somebody that travels all the time for business. The average business traveler travels 3 times a month, and it's 3 nights or more each time they travel. That person is booking their travel. If they would use your website instead of one of the online bookit.com or the other websites, you would earn every month $151 on their hotel rooms. Now, that's not any work for you. You're just going to ask them, would you mind using my site instead of the big sites? And if they say yes, every month they book with you, that's your take-home commission. Here's another example. This example is a golf trip. You could substitute basketball, you could substitute spa, anything you want. But if there were 4 people going on a 5-day golf trip to Scottsdale, Arizona, you could take about 10 minutes to set this up on the phone, because most golfers know exactly where they want to stay, what tee times they want, and when they want to get there. So you get that information from your client, you call the resort, you set it up, or you go on their online portal if you prefer and set it up. 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. Your commission on that trip is $274.86. One more example. This is the one I like. Some family honeymoon. Now, a lot of weddings are getting pushed off. A lot of weddings are getting done on the small right now. But a lot of those people are consoling themselves by saying, okay, we had to make the wedding small, but we're going to take the money we saved and we're going to have a fabulous honeymoon. So I expect a lot of honeymoons to be booked very soon. This example of a honeymoon is actually a rather low-cost honeymoon. A honeymoon in Cancun, Mexico is not very expensive. There are other islands around the Caribbean that cost more. But for a 7-day honeymoon in Cancun, Mexico, with a butler service, which means they never have to leave the room, and they have their own pool and everything, your commission's $561.79. Not bad, right? Okay, let me give you one more example. This is the kind of travel that I focus on, group travel. I do a lot of conferences and conventions and family reunions and girls' getaway groups. This is an example of a 5-day cruise in Royal Caribbean, okay, not a 7-day, a 5-day. And this is a family reunion that had 40 people and a few kids, so 20 cabins, and the take-home commission for this was $2,240.17. Not bad for one sale, right? And remember, this is one. If you book 2 family reunions, this is your take-home pay. So yes, you can earn some serious money selling travel. Now, how do I learn to be a travel agent? A lot of people think, I don't know how to be a travel agent. Don't you have to go to college or something? No, actually you don't. In fact, most of you who have booked your own travel at one of the online portals, you are already 90% trained on how to be a travel agent. The other 10% of how to find the insider deals, how to book it as an agent versus as a customer, we'll show you that. We have unlimited education in the back office, hours and hours of videos. But guess what? You don't have to watch any of them. I have one of my friends who signed up because her sister wanted a trip to Scotland. So she came into the company, she signed up, she got a little bit of information about which of our tour companies that we partner with went to Scotland. She called a couple of them, found the trip she wanted, and then on the phone, she said, here's what my sister and her husband want. The tour company did all the booking and everything. And that's how she booked her trip and earned, I think it was a $3,000 or $4,000 commission. So you don't even have to take the training. But if you're like me and you like it, it's fun. There's lots of training out there. 99% is online, self-paced, and free. Okay, very little money required and none for most of it. Okay, so there's lots of training out there. Don't worry about that part of it. Let's talk a little bit more about perks and benefits, okay? Because one of the things I love about being a travel agent is that I get to experience travel. Think about it this way. If someone sells shoes, they usually get a discount on shoes, right? If someone sells custom kitchens, they'll probably get a discount on custom kitchens, right? So if someone sells travel, think about that. Okay, now let's talk about FAM trips, my favorite topic. A FAM trip is spelled F-A-M, and it's short for the word familiarization. The vendors that we work with understand that if we as travel agents are familiar with their products and we like their products, we're going to recommend them and we're going to sell more of them. So it's in the vendor's best interest for us to become familiar with their product. So vendors offer these familiarization trips at pennies on the dollar and sometimes even free. They're to get us to their properties or on their ships or in their planes so that we can report back to our clients what a wonderful experience it was. Now that makes them treat us really very nicely when we're on these FAM trips. Now this one has a name called an IntelliTrip, and the reason it has that name is because this is a FAM trip that was created just for IntelliTravel agents. Did I tell you that we now have 57,000 IntelliTravel agents in 22 countries across the world? So we actually have some familiarization trips that are created just for our agents. This is an example of a trip I went on. This was 5 days and 4 nights in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Notice the little swim up bar there in the picture. Isn't that cool? You can stay in the pool all day and swim up and get your lunch and your beverages or your drinks right there. I loved that. This is $99 per person. That's not per night, that's per person. And this is an all-inclusive resort. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but that means all your food, all your beverages, and all your booze is included. All inclusive, $99, 5 days, 4 nights. Here's another example. This was before I got in the company, boo-hoo, and I can't wait till they do another one. This trip actually included the airfare from wherever you were out to Disneyland, California. You actually got to meet and eat with some of the Disney executives. You got private tours behind the scenes. You stayed for 3 nights in one of the Disney resorts, and you got to go to all the parks and see that. This included airfare again, $3.99 per person. Boy, I wish I had gotten to go on that one. Now, the next thing we want to talk about is, let's see, I know you love these ships, right? This was another IntelliTrip that is called a 7-night Royal Caribbean cruise. This was a 7-night voyage for our agents, $3.99 for an ocean view cabin or $5.59 for a balcony. Now, this may not seem like that much of a bargain for those of you who haven't cruised, but let me tell you, when you see that price on a cruise, it doesn't include anything. These prices included everything, including your gratuities, your port fees, everything. So that's an amazing bargain. So that's just one of the benefits that you get as a travel agent. Now, what I want to tell you tonight is I'm very proud of these companies, IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing. I only sell things that I believe in and that I can assure my friends, because when I sell to my friends, that they can get their money back if they're not happy. That's just my rule. And IntelliTravel goes above and beyond with 3 guarantees. Guarantee number 1 is your price match guarantee. If you book a vacation with me or with Davina, and within 30 days you find that same vacation advertised somewhere for less money, all we need is a screenshot or an email with the details of that trip. If it is an apples to apples comparison, same date, same hotels, all of that, our company IntelliTravel will either meet that price, beat that price, or give you 110% of the difference in price as travel bucks for your trip. Nice, huh? Guarantee number 2, if you sign up tonight and decide within 30 days that this really isn't what you want, you don't want to go on fam trips for such discounted rates, you're not interested in saving money on travel, this is just not what you thought it was going to be, 1 email, no questions asked, no pressure, money back guarantee for 30 days. This last guarantee is my favorite because of all the companies I've worked with in my sales career, no one has ever made me a profit guarantee. Most businesses, if you ask the IRS, take 3 to 5 years to show a profit. Now, if you ask someone who bought a Domino's pizza franchise for $250,000, the projection on that to break even is 10 years, okay? But IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing will guarantee your profit the first year. How can they do that? Because if you book even 1 trip, you're going to see that value. So if you stay for 12 months, you take some very basic training, it takes about an hour and a half to finish, and you book 1 trip for you or for a client, and you don't earn back every cent you've spent, our company will cut you a check for the difference. A profit, no risk guarantee. I love it. So that's all about travel, and that's what you came to hear about tonight. And I hope you got the information you wanted, and I'd love to talk to you if you have questions. Now I want to tell you about another opportunity, because as I said, travel was the #1 research category. But now that we're all stuck at home, guess what the #1 research category is now? Work at home. Yeah, that's the #1. So I want to talk to you about the Planet Marketing Company, because this marketing company is going to provide you a source of leverage and residual income, which is what wealthy people understand. And we as middle income people need to understand. This is a quote from Warren Buffett that I love. Never rely on a single source of income. You must invest to create a second source. Let's talk to you about your second source or your plan B. First of all, we're going to talk about direct sale income. You understand that because when I talked about travel and I told you what your commission would be, that's a direct sale money. You can sell a lot of travel and make a lot of money, but that money only comes when you sell, and when you stop selling, there's no more money to come in. You understand? It's a direct sale commission and it's a one-time deal. Well, in Planet Marketing, we have 7 different ways of making money. The first way is the same. It's a direct sale commission. We sell one product at Planet Marketing. Our product is an ITA, an independent travel agency, a travel agency in a box, if you will. When our product is sold, it creates a commission. That commission is $50. So every time I or Davina sell an ITA to anyone, the company rewards us with a $50 commission. Now, this pay is unlimited and it is paid weekly. IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing understand that sometimes cash flow is a problem. And believe me, now cash flow is a real problem. So this money is paid weekly. Every ITA I sell this week up until midnight on Sunday night, I will receive a pay notice on Monday for that sell. And I will have that money in my account by Wednesday or Thursday. Again, this is unlimited. You don't have to sell any ITAs, or you can have a slow week where you don't sell any. You can have a busy week where you sell 10. The company doesn't care. There's no quotas. But every time you sell an ITA, you earn $50. That could be $50 one week. It could be $500 one week. That's the first stream of income. The second stream of income is where we get into leveraged income. What is leveraged income? Leveraged income is where you can earn money on other people's time. Because as all the wealthy people will tell you, if all you ever earn money on is your time, you're never going to have the chance to actually achieve wealth. Okay, if you're trading your time, your hours for dollars, there's not enough hours to achieve true wealth. You have to learn to leverage your time. Leveraged income means that when I introduced Davina to the business, she's now my business partner. But the company knows that Davina would never have known about this company if it wasn't for me. So the company is going to reward me for everything Davina does because I introduced her to them. So if one of you purchases an ITA from Davina tonight, she's going to get that $50 commission immediately. But guess what? The company is going to pay me a 50% match on her sale. Isn't that awesome? Now, I know most of you have recommended things before. You've recommended good movies to your friends. Did the movie theater let you in free? I don't think so. You've recommended this store down the street that had the most amazing dresses. Did you get a free dress when you? No. But with direct marketing, you do get paid for your referrals. So when I refer Davina to the company and Davina refers someone else, I get a 50% match. That's stream of income number 2. Stream of income number 3 is an additional $10 bonus. These are earned as you sell more ITAs. Your first bonus comes when you've sold 9. So on the first 9 ITAs, you're going to earn $50. On that 10th ITA, you're going to earn $50, an additional $10 bonus. Again, these bonuses are paid every week on every sale, unlimited. You can have a busy week, you're home all week, right? So you just get out there and call everybody you know, and you find 15 of your friends that absolutely love to travel and love the idea of earning commission on their travel, and they all buy their own travel agencies. You're going to get that $50 on all 9 of the first 9, and you're going to get $60 on the rest that week. So if you need some fast cash, this is an impressive way of getting that started. Now, that's 3 streams of income. I want to talk to you a little bit about how Planet Marketing rewards its builders. Mr. Bradley, I honestly believe the man's a genius. He understood that he had to motivate people and encourage them. The average person that joins network marketing will sign up 2 people. 2 people. So Mr. Bradley built a program to reward anyone that worked a little harder than average. So as soon as you sell 3 ITAs, you become a bronze builder, and you're rewarded and recognized across the company. When you sell 3 more and become a silver builder, again, recognition across the company, and atta girls, atta boys. And when you become a 9 seller, a gold builder, remember I told you that's when that $10 bonus kicks in? There's also some other bonuses that kick in for a gold builder. You're going to love those. Now, if you understand how network marketing works, you're going to love the way this business goes, because it is absolutely amazing the way Mr. Bradley has created recognition programs within his company. So let's talk about matrix recognition income number 4. And this type of income is actually the first time we're going to talk about residual income. So if you've never heard of the term residual income, raise your hand in the chat room or let me know somehow. Okay, all right. There's probably a few people that haven't heard of it. So let me just clear that up. Residual income is income that comes in every month from something you did one time. Let me give you an example I'm sure you're familiar with. A best-selling author that wrote the book, I'm trying to think of the newest bestseller on the bestseller list. I don't remember the title right now. But every time that book sells, that author gets what's called a residual, right? What about Elvis Presley? Now, you may say, Kathy, he's not here any longer. I know that. But even being gone over 2 decades, Elvis Presley's estate is still one of the highest earning companies in the United States. Interesting, huh? How are they earning money? The man is dead. They are earning residuals on his work. Every time one of his songs is played or downloaded or sold in some way, his movies, his song, all of it, t-shirts with his name on it, all of that creates residual income. That's work he did one time. He recorded that movie once. He acted in that movie. He made that song. He wrote that song and recorded it one time, but he gets residual income. That's the idea behind residual income. You do the work once and you're paid every month after that. This is our team matrix. Now, everybody that comes in the business gets their own matrix. And as you fill your matrix, the people above you actually start filling your matrix also, and the people that you bring in start filling the matrix. So this income is not based just on your own work. This is based on the team's work. As soon as you reach a level of selling 2 ITAs, you are eligible to earn income on the first 2 levels of your matrix. Every time you sell another ITA, you open up another level in the matrix. Our matrix is a 3x9 forced matrix, which just means it goes down 9 levels. If you look at the chart, you can see how the levels grow because you know how multiplication works, right? 3 times 3 times 3 and on and on and on. On level 9, you're looking at 19,000 people, which at $4 per person would generate an income of $118,000 a month. Now, again, don't get too excited. This is not going to happen tomorrow or next year or probably the year after that. Mr. Bradley is very clear that we are not to try to sell a get-rich-quick idea because this is not get-rich-quick. This is a business, and it rewards you if you stay in and you work it. But what business you're in right now, even if it's a job, is there a possibility in the next 6, 7, 8 years that if you worked really, really hard, you could retire and take home $39,000 a month, $118,000 a month as your retirement income? Yeah, I don't know of any jobs that do that, okay? Even if you're the Kobe Bryant of your job, you're the best librarian ever in the world, you're probably not going to take home $40,000 or even $13,000 a month as residual income every month that you don't have to do any work for. So this income is a real possibility. Our company's only 4 years old. We already have people on the 6th level and the 7th level earning these incomes. So think about that. This is not a get-rich-quick idea. This is a work it. But if you work it, look at the payoffs. And remember, you're not working this alone. The people above you have their own matrices that they're filling in with people. The people below you have their own matrices. Everybody in the company has their own matrix. They're building their team. And as they build their team, they build your team. Pretty cool. That's why I love network marketing. It is a team sport. Now, here's another director program. This is income number 7. I've given you 6. I think I lost track, but this is number 7. This is exciting to me because I've worked very hard and finally achieved this January 31st of 2020. I became a 1-star director in this company, and it means a lot to me for a lot of different reasons, and I hope you'll bear with you while I explain them. First of all, of course, my director bonus. This is bonus money in addition to all the weekly money when I sell ITAs or my people sell ITAs. I get that weekly money. Also, in addition to my monthly matrix money that comes in every month, over and over, no matter what I do. This is another stream of income, another bonus. Yes, you can actually get 7 different checks a month with this company. It's really quite fun because sometimes the checks come in and you're like, okay, what was that one for? I forgot. And you go look. The director bonus as a 1-star director is $500 a month on the 1st of every month. What's really interesting about this is I got my 100th person, January 31st, about 10 o'clock at night. The next day was a Saturday. And I thought, there's no way that I'm going to get my bonus on a Saturday, and they may not catch up till next month because, you know, it's late at night. But the next morning, on Saturday morning at 10 a.m., I got my email that said, you've been paid $500. This company keeps its word. So my bonus is $500 because I have 100 people on my team. When I grow to 300 people, my bonus will go to 1,000. And as you see, we go all the way from 1 star up to 9 star. Now, again, our company is new. So the highest we have so far is we have 2 6-star directors and 2 or 3 5-stars. We just got our first female 6-star. Very excited about that. Look at those bonuses. How would you like to start the month off with a bonus of $16,000? Yeah, I think I could do that, right? That would be awesome. So of course, the director bonus is one of the reasons I'm really excited to get this degree or this award with my company. There's also something else I'm impressed with. When you make 1-star director with this company, you are offered a guaranteed income. What does that mean? That means that your money from Planet Marketing, all 7 streams of income, must total $1,000 a month. The company guarantees it. If for some reason my pay falls below that $1,000 and I make $850 or $700 or $900, the company will cut me a check for the difference between what I earned and $1,000 to furnish the 1-star director with a guaranteed monthly income of $1,000. I love that. It gives you some budget freedom to know that that money is going to come in every month. Also, directors receive this great jacket. That's awesome. But the real thing that I love is not the rings and the Rolexes. We'll get to what I really love on the next slide. This is another bonus program. And what I love about the bling is that this is a program put together by Mr. Bradley himself. He encourages us to get in the company and to push ourselves beyond our comfort zone and to put the thought in our heads that we are capable of earning a 6-figure income. And so when you reach the rank of 6-figure income, making $8,333 per month for 2 months in a row, you are awarded the Sapphire Ring of recognition from our company as a 6-figure income earner. The next rank up, of course, with the rings is a $250,000 a year, then $500,000 a year, and then $1 million a year. We just awarded our first $1 million ring to Mr. Shedrick White in our company. Very impressed with him. Now, the next slide is our income disclosure statement. As you can see, we give this to the IRS every single year. This is our disclosure that not everybody earns the top income. Some people earn the low income, some people earn the average, and some people earn the high. This is our direction to the IRS. What I love about this is, look, the very first rank in the company, you haven't really done anything yet. You're a rep. The average rep works 2 hours a week. 2 hours, okay? Low income is 0. That makes sense, right? Because some people get in and don't do anything. Average income is $140. That's not a lot, but it's not bad for 2 hours. But the high income is $38,000. How would you like the possibility of earning $38,000 a year for working 2 hours a week? Possibilities there. Make it yours. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about. This is the real reason I was so excited to make director in this company. This is the Planet Marketing Pledge, and it comes from Mr. Bradley's heart. As a Planet Marketing Director, you can feel secure in the knowledge that in the event of your death, the Planet business you built will outlast you. Your family will still receive your Planet Marketing weekly commissions, your director pay, your director bonuses, and your monthly residual income. That is the pledge from the company to you, and that is one of the main reasons I'm so excited to have reached the rank of director. Now, what do you get when you become an IntelliTravel agent and a Planet Marketing rep? You get a turnkey business. You literally get everything you could possibly need to run your business. This is one of our conventions that we're having last year and this year. We met in this beautiful place.
All major Orlando theme parks.
This was so much fun last year.
Vision, focus, trying to change the planet. It was awesome.
Planet Marketing, man, it's an awesome situation for anybody
There's nothing out here like Planet Marketing. And the stories that you hear, you can relate to them. They're relatable and they're real stories.
It's a great feeling to be around so many empowering people just move in the same direction.
It was just really, really exciting to me. I love being in business.
It's simply amazing. So I love it. I look forward to it every year.
That was so much fun. Can't wait to Davina come this year. We also have Planet Escapes, where we get away with our director and have exclusive access to our CEO. I love those also. This is one that's going to be in June and July in a wonderful, extremely luxurious place. You're actually going to walk out of your room into your own private pool. Pretty cool, huh? I love this. Now, let's just go over this really quick so that you understand there actually are 7 streams of income. You have the direct sale income, you have the 50% match income, you have the team bonus income, and I think I skipped the overrides, but this is number 5 and 6. When you become a gold builder, which means you've sold 9 ITAs, then you become eligible for a 10% override match of all the commissions, the travel commissions earned by your people. You also become eligible for a 10% override match on all of the matrix pay from your people. So this is 5 and 6, and then 7 is the director, and 6 is the matrix pay. So you get your director bonus on the 1st, you get your matrix pay on the 10th, and all of the other pays are paid out each week. Amazing, right? So how do you get started? Well, it's very easy. And Davina and I would love to help you get started. Remember that price is what you pay, but value is what you get. That's always been true. You can start one business or you can start the other business. Most people start them both together because why leave money on the table, right? So you can start both businesses tonight for $199.90. Overhead? Absolutely. Every business has overhead. But guess what? Unlike the Domino's pizza franchise where the overhead is in the 5 figures just to keep that place afloat, your overhead is less than $60. That's right, less than $2 a day to run 2 businesses full time. Now, tonight is a chance for you to make that decision of are you a 1, a 2, or a 3. A 1 is someone who is ready to get started, and they are going to sign up right now. Let's go. So reach out to Davina, and she'll show you exactly what website to go to and how to get started. A number 2 is someone that watches all this and says, you know what, that sounds kind of neat, but I've got some questions. Well, that's okay. We love questions. Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel are very transparent companies. We don't want to convince you. We want to educate you and let you make your own decision about whether this is a match for you or not. And then there are the number 3s. They've listened to the whole thing and they're like, you know what, just really doesn't interest me. I don't want to save money on travel. I don't want to book travel. I don't want to go on these places. That's awesome. Thank you. We understand there are people in that situation. We thank you for your time. We appreciate you being here with us. And we ask you to do the favor of reaching out to Davina the next time you go on a trip and letting her be the agent that books your trip for you. So that's the end of my presentation tonight, and I hope some of you are very, very excited, and we can actually welcome you to the best place on the planet. Now, let's go back and see if anybody has any questions. Davina, how are we doing?
We're good. Make sure that if you're watching this live, that you tell me that you're watching it live. If you come back, I'll share this. And if you come back and watch a replay, let me know that you did a replay, okay? There are some extras that I video and let you know about. And so we appreciate you being here. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, text me, message me. I'll make sure my information's there for you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching this. I really, really am looking forward to talking to you and hopefully partnering up with you and moving forward and seeing what we can do together.